to the slightly dark and somewhat echoey light bulb test department. What I wanted to do right here is just to show you what an incandescent and a CFL and an LED light bulb look like in kind of dark conditions when they illuminate. These are 60 watt or 60 watt equivalent light bulbs, which means this one here is an incandescent. Let's fire that one up so we can see it. So this is the amount of light an incandescent bulb, a 60 watt. I just looked directly at it, and now there we go. I can't see anything right now. Whew, blinders. A 60 watt incandescent bulb throws about that much light. It's drawing 60 watts of power. That's the 60 watt part, but you don't have to worry about that. 60 watts. Okay, so that's the amount of light an incandescent bulb, 60 watt incandescent bulb throws. I'm gonna turn that back off. All right. Next up is a 60 watt equivalent CFL. All right. Ooh, hello. So this one here, it's called a 60 watt equivalent because it doesn't actually pull 60 watts of power, but ostensibly its light is about as bright as a 60 watt incandescent bulb. My hands look kind of cool there. I'm like, wow. So, and what's kind of interesting about CFL bulbs is you may have noticed this as it's been on, it actually is lighting up more as it sits here. These tend to warm up. There's gas trapped inside the glass part of the bulb, and as the gas excites, it gets warmer and warmer, and it gets brighter and brighter. So the idea is this 60 watt equivalent bulb should be just about as bright as this 60 watt incandescent, but you can also see there are two different kinds of light. They're definitely not the same quality of light. That's an incandescent bulb. It's often described as a very soft light. And this is a CFL bulb. It actually seems a bit brighter to me than the incandescent, but it's marketed as a 60 watt equivalent bulb. So now we're going to turn that one off. And we are going, oh wow, we are super dark now. Oh, there, I just came back. Oh, that was a bummer. I like it when it was super dark. Anyway, this is a 60 watt equivalent LED light bulb. Yeah, isn't that incredible? The amount of light these things put out is pretty remarkable. It's just amazing from, it's like literally night and day. I mean, when you compare that to this, I mean, no disrespect, little incandescent bulb, growing up in the 1980s and the 1970s and the 1980s, this is what we had. These were not commercially available for houses. That's all we had. So, you know, and we liked it. Yeah, that's all we had and we liked it. But the idea being that there have been advances made with light bulb technology, and this is, the incandescent is kind of the LED is kind of the most recent step up. So now the obvious question that I always like to ask is, if you had a choice, if you were going to choose to replace a 60 watt bulb in your house with one of these three, I like to ask this when I have my class in front of me, what would you choose? And what's interesting is, because Math 105 is so full of different people, I get different answers. A sizable chunk say LEDs, for reasons that we just saw, because they're so much brighter, but also for other reasons that we're going to look at in the next video. But some people actually say they'll take the incandescent. And the reason being is that the incandescent actually is a softer light. Many people that are artists will only paint or draw or do their work under an incandescent light because it's better for their eyes or it's better for their art form, which is actually pretty cool if you think about it. I will offer other, not related to 60 watt bulbs, but as the LED goes, the LED bulb, they often use LED type bulbs with Christmas lights. And I've noticed that if you get a string of very small, like white or clear lights that are Christmas lights, they flash very quickly. They have a refresh rate that's very quick. And that can be frustrating to people sometimes. If you have that constant refresh rate, your eyes can get very tired. So there's definitely pros and cons to all of these. But we're going to look in the next video is we're going to look at two characteristics of each of these bulbs. And we're going to add characteristics as we go. But in the next video, we're just going to look at two characteristics: the purchase price and the amount it costs to run one of these bulbs. And yeah, I think we'll stop here and we'll go in and do that.